Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Bows & Company. I am your host, Emily O, and I am joined by very exciting company today, Bitsy.
Hi, everyone. It's Bitsy. I'm the guest today.
We have not had you on the show in so long, and we coerced her to come in the studio before she heads out for quite some time.
Yes, I'm ready to go on my voyage back to school. We had 6 weeks at home, and I'm gearing up.
And we're waiting for the last moment before she leaves to get her on this show. But How are you? You look stunning in your winter whites.
Thank you. I am feeling good. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed because I was packing all day and, I left it to the last minute, of course, and that's how I work best. And I'm overheated and my room is a mess. But amazing. I wanted to take this time to be with you.
And you said, you know what, let me just stop everything I'm doing as I prepare for the last semester of college and let me come and join my sister on
Let me talk about bows.
Micro podcast. Let me talk about bows. No, honestly, we're so happy to have you here because I do feel like we have a lot to talk about, to chat with. I cannot believe it's the last semester of your senior year.
I'm so sorry to pause. Mom won't stop taking pictures of us.
Wait, is it some behind the scenes you're doing? Yeah, that's great.
That's awesome.
We were just having this normal conversation and Mom is like right behind the light, just smiling, beaming, taking videos of us. She sat here in the studio. Is it fun recording in the studio? I don't mean to interrupt.
No, it really is. And I like coming down here. It's a little treat. But I'm excited to see all my friends, get back in the groove of things.
And you've honestly had, you had a finance class that you took over winter term. So some people don't understand because it seems they're like, oh my gosh, why is Elizabeth still home? I think I've said this a million times, but Miami University is known for having this long winter break. It's called J term. It's just basically where kids can either go abroad for like 3 weeks or take an extra class.
Yeah. So break is 6 weeks and most colleges get 4 weeks off for break. So it's really not that much longer. And then we get out later than most colleges.
Yes. So she'll graduate like mid-May.
Yeah, May 17th. And I haven't even thought about graduation because it is such a touchy subject. Like, that is sad.
Yeah.
To be graduating. So I'm not thinking about graduation. I'm just thinking about post-grad.
Interesting.
So like I'm excited to like be done with college, but I'm going to be sad to graduate. If that makes sense.
I think all of these emotions are like wrapped into one. I think you're like a healthy in between. Like some people are like, I don't know what I'm going to do leaving college.
Right. And that's not how we are.
And I think at some point you need to operate, outside of school. But so you have actually kind of a packed schedule when you get back.
Yes, because we jump into recruitment because Miami does spring recruitment. So I am the midday chair, which is kind of fun. I do it with 2 other girls and we are planning that, which I've been doing over break. And we jump into a full season of sororities time
of recruiting, and it is kind of fun how you recruit second semester. I'm sorry, I feel like I just graduated, so the fact that you're now graduating,
I know it is a weird time warp situation. I feel like I am still in high school, but then I also feel like I've been in college for 10 years.
And then like since you have been home for so long, I also feel like you're an adult.
I feel like an adult. Like look at me, like I'm in all white.
Well, I mean, you look ravishing.
Yeah, and I was in the house all day, like I wasn't doing anything, and I was like, let me just get dressed to feel better and more productive.
You know what I love when I come over here that you do is like you're so quiet and then you just pop up.
Did you know I was working out this morning?
I did. I actually heard it, but I knew that Mom and Laura didn't, so we were like in the middle of something, but I heard your little steps. But you just are so quiet constantly, which is so funny because I don't know where you're going to show up or pop up. Talk about some of the activities that you've been doing over break aside from your class.
People ask me that and all of the days just blend together. So I don't really know what I've done.
You're painting.
But okay, like literally let me speak. But
I'm sorry.
So you have a hobby.
That's what I was trying to prompt you.
So my days are spent painting, and my mom, I don't know why I say my mom, like mom got my mom, which is different than your mom. It's the same mom. She got me for Christmas an Emily Lex Studio painting journal, and I had like a summer edition and now I got the winter edition, and I treated it like a job. I was like, every day I need to sit down and paint, and it was really exhausting. I got a hand cramp. I had to have like the hand massager out because it's watercolors and it's so intricate.
Yeah, well, it's a different position than your hand would probably,
which is usually like texting.
I don't. Right.
So it's kind of like
scrolling.
It's scrolling. So I wasn't using the flick of the wrist. It was more of a full brush stroke.
Well, today when Laura showed up, showed her some plates in the kitchen, the Jaliska heart plates. And then she goes, oh my gosh, because we have some of your art on display.
It's not good. Like, I'm not claiming to be a good artist.
No, I know you're not claiming, but I just want to let you know that she saw your topiary that's out on the banquette, and she goes, oh my gosh, where is this from? Like, thinking that it's this new piece of art, because it's displayed rather tastefully.
Yeah.
And
it's on an easel.
We were like, well, Bitsy's been painting. And she was like, that's amazing. And it's just this like forest green topiary. And what's next to it? Is that a leaf?
Yeah. So that is what I interpreted as a leaf.
It's a really long leaf.
I know. It was supposed to be one of those, I got inspired by Claire's friends. We went out to dinner with them and we got a tour of their house, and they had these like the anatomy of a leaf, and it was like all on their wall, and it was beautiful. You know, it's like a real artist. And so my mom and I went to Michael's.
Same mom as me.
But in this story, it's my mom. So my mom and I went to Michael's, and I hadn't been there in years, and it's brought back so many memories. The nostalgia of Michael's. You remember Michael's.
I do. Is Michael's a national chain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
I didn't know if this was like something just...
I like it better than Hobby Lobby because I think Hobby Lobby's too focused on decor. Yeah, Michael's is really has a robust paint section. So we went there, and my mom was like, pick out some canvases. So I got some I felt like I was 7. And then I was like, okay, like I'm going to get these canvases and I'm going to be exhausted of this whole hobby by tomorrow. So I painted all that day, and I wanted to paint a leaf. And then I got discouraged because the leaf looks like this weird blob. And then I went to a topiary, and then I painted a little jug, and I learned that watercolor doesn't work on canvas. So
you know what I thought your leaf looked like?
What?
A canoe. And at first I go, oh, a green canoe. And then I was like, no, that's
well,
leaf.
I wanted to do watercolor on the canvases, but the canvases we got are like water resistant. So
okay.
The acrylic paint didn't portray the kind of look I was going for. And this was all coupled by the fact that we had gone to the art museum that weekend.
Yeah, you went to the art museum.
So I was like, okay, I see Monet's lilies. I see Picasso's sketches. Like, let's do a Bitsy canvas.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's not.
No, I love it.
Never do that again.
Did you feel like it was a bit of an escape, the painting?
I felt stressed.
Okay.
So the watercolor, the Emily Lex, I totally recommend because that was really rewarding. You would see what it looked like. You would follow her steps and you would paint it and it would look great.
Yeah.
When it's up to yourself and you have to sketch out what you want on your canvas and paint, like that's stressful, especially when it doesn't look good.
Maybe a paint by numbers situation.
Like, I've done those before and I love those.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, I just spent money and time and people think it looks like a canoe. like, well, darn.
It's okay. I mean, again, Laura's first reaction was, oh my gosh, what is this? So I think you should,
the topiary was my best work,
that.
and I've actually been thinking of how I could have made the topiary better. So that's actually been keeping me up at night.
I actually think your topiary was leaps and bounds better than your leaf.
Yeah, I was trying to be too artistic with the leaf.
I see the vision of how you were trying to go off of those prints.
I was trying to be like, interpretive of a leaf. And it wasn't. People are interpreting it as a canoe.
Right, exactly. So because you've been painting, you have picked up a few new books. You've recently deleted TikTok.
Yeah, okay. So
this is a sore subject. Are we feeling okay to talk about this here?
It's okay now,
yeah,
but at the time it wasn't.
Well, why don't you share your truth?
So the TikTok ban was coming, and every day I was like on my phone for way too long. Like I was like, I gotta soak it up while I can. So I was spending like 2 hours just scrolling.
Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't healthy. So the ban comes. I was thrilled. I was so excited that this was happening. I was like, it was like when everyone it's quiet time. Like you all just go to your rooms, just be quiet. So like the app was shut down. I'm like, we get to have our own thoughts. Our brains are back. Like this is amazing. So that night I go to bed. I delete the app. I'm like, I won't ever need this again. Like sayonara, TikTok.
Right.
Like, so I go to bed. I wake up the next day. We go to the art museum. And we get bagel sandwiches before because I'm like, obviously I need a bagel sandwich. This is such a glorious day. No TikTok. So we're sitting eating our bagel sandwiches and I look over and there's this kid on TikTok. And I'm like, well, he must be European
or moved his location
or like maybe he doesn't know about the ban or like maybe he screenshotted videos. I was so confused.
Right.
So I get back in the car and I'm like, oh my God, it's back.
It's like 14 hours.
So I was like, okay, let me go download the app again. Like, I have to be back. I can't re-download the app because it's been banned from Google and the Apple Store. Okay, so I'm like, all right, let me just calm down.
Yeah.
So we go to the art museum. We spend time around art and I'm learning and I'm being, really present. And then that night we get home and I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out because I have no news. I don't know what the trends are. I don't know what's happening in the world. And I'm panicking because everyone's back on the app. And I thought we were all going to be posting on Reels. So I was updating my Reel For You page and I was trying to curate it to what I want.
Of course.
No. Okay, so then I was like, you know what? It's fine. So I went 3 days with no TikTok. My friend Nicole sent me a TikTok and it opened up on my Safari. So I was like, I can get TikTok on Safari. But, I've gotten to the point where I don't even want TikTok. All right. So then it was like the next weekend. It was 5 days of no TikTok.
Okay.
I didn't know what was going on anywhere in the world. I didn't know what was going on locally, nationally, federally. Like, I didn't know what was happening. I was losing my mind because Instagram is so delayed. It's like 3 weeks behind. I'm like, I already know this information.
Right.
So I downloaded Twitter because I didn't know what else to do.
Right.
I didn't know what else to do. And, you can't call it Twitter now. Apparently it's X. So it's like I'm already behind on those trends. And then I was trying to figure out how to use Twitter. And now I've gotten down how to use Twitter. I'm getting my news and everything's okay. Except for the fact that, like, if I see something on the news, okay, I'm like, great. I would have gone to TikTok and I would have looked up, let's say, like, what's the news?
Like, I don't know, the fires.
The fires. Okay. I would have gone on TikTok and I would have looked up like current news on the fires. Okay. So Twitter doesn't do that. So you can't just like go on and like find one specific piece that you were looking for. So I've been using Google. It's been taking me upwards of 12 minutes to find one specific news article that I was looking for.
Right.
And I am reading article after article. Like, I'm on Forbes. I'm on all sorts of different
outlets
because do you know how long it takes to read an article? Like, I'm trying to find like one specific commentary about like where this person's outfit is from. And it's taking me forever.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like, I feel like you're relearning how to consume content.
Yeah.
So are you upset that you deleted the app? Or are you fine with it?
No, I'm not upset I deleted the app. I'm upset that I can't have instant gratification of news.
Well, yeah. And that, yeah.
And honestly, like, that's not healthy. So it's good that I have been taking this step back and unplugging, if you will, and kind of having my own original thoughts that I haven't had in probably 5 years. I'm literally beginning to hear voices in my head again.
I think it's a good cleanse. I think that it was, the series of events you might not have set out to do if you would have known the outcome, but I think that this is a good, just wipe the palate clean, if that's the term. And I did not delete the app. I've been just going on a little bit of a break. I'm not going away necessarily because obviously I need it for my business, but I think it's good.
Why didn't you delete the app?
Because if a brand reaches out with a campaign.
No, I know, but like when it was happening, like in the ban, like why weren't you just like what was going through your head? Were you like,
I knew that if you deleted the app, you couldn't get it back. So did you not? Off the record, did you not know that?
But I thought it was going away forever.
No, I knew it was going to come back.
Okay, why didn't you communicate that to me?
Because I didn't know you were going to go rogue and delete the app. Why didn't you communicate that to me? I mean, it's a two-way street.
It was like 11 o'clock at night, and I was like, delete, and I felt so happy.
By the way, just to let you know, a lot of people did do what you did.
Yeah.
In fact, influencers I've seen, mom is raising her hand.
Yeah.
A lot of people did do the exact same thing. They deleted the app thinking that it was never going to come back. I had heard from enough people that I knew that it was eventually going to come back. I thought we had more time. I thought it was going to be more than 14 hours. It happened so quick. I really hadn't gotten that far.
Right.
Because I went to bed, it was banned. I woke up, it was back. So like.
Right. No, now we are a TikTok free house. I mean, you don't live here, so we are a TikTok free house. But when you come here, you are infiltrating our TikTok free.
Well, I will just like to say, I know I mentioned this on last week's episode. I have significantly decreased my screen time. I have not been going on TikTok. I have not been aimlessly scrolling. I am much more aware of the content I'm consuming. I am not going on it before bed. I'm reading my book. I've kept my phone away from my head.
It's great.
And I am now not going on it when I first wake up. I feel like I'm healing. Not to be dramatic.
No, I definitely think you are. I mean, it's a detoxifying effect. Like, it takes a while.
I don't need to be consuming that much information.
Right. And that's something I've learned. Something I learned. And I've been watching long form content. I watched an 1.5-hour podcast the other night.
Yeah, long form content is a great place to start if you feel like your attention span is lacking. So YouTube videos are a great way to start.
Yes. And I watched YouTube videos, but like, if I needed information, you know how like TikTok would give you like advice, and like I learned all about castor oil on TikTok.
Right.
So I dove head first into castor oil, and I watched an 1.5-hour TikTok. Not an 1.5-hour TikTok. God,
See,
I wish.
You're programmed. We're deprogramming you.
An 1.5-hour podcast on, remedies or whatever.
100%. And
I'm just learning a lot in longer form. That's what I want to say.
You're learning a lot in longer form. That's going to be your mission statement for 2025. Yeah. You're like, don't present it to me if it's not long form.
I'm saying that to my professors. They're like, school is long form.
I mean, it must be tremendously hard to have kids focus in school and with artificial intelligence and with TikTok and with constant information being thrown at you. I mean, it is overwhelming.
You know what I should do?
That's all, period.
I knew it was an end. I should go on Claude AI or ChatGPT and say, what's the news?
Well, that could
today?
be good. I think,
or I could just like go on Apple News, like
Apple News, the newspaper.
You're gonna see me walking around with a crinkly piece of paper.
Yeah. What's this? Sorry, this is just
This is from 4 weeks ago. I didn't know that stock market crashed or something.
Well, I like this TikTok update because I feel like some people are in the same boat with you. Again, I think it'll come back in the App Store eventually, so I don't think
I'm not even worried about like posting on TikTok. Like, if my friends want to send me a TikTok, I said from now on you have to download and save it and then send it to me.
I will miss.
So I haven't gotten any TikToks.
I will miss sending you TikToks.
No, but I haven't gotten any TikToks from them because they don't want to download and save.
It is like 5 steps. Yeah, which just goes to show the lack of like attention span to do that. Yeah. Anyway, moving on from the TikTok ban, because I'm sure the majority of people watching this don't care.
Still have it.
Or still have it. I did also kind of want to talk. What did I want to talk to you about? Oh my God, I just had something that I wanted to bring up. Oh, your bows and lows for the week. Let's circle back to kind of
I have my
what we
low.
do on this show. Go ahead. We're deleting TikTok.
That was last week.
Oh,
please, it's like so long ago, especially in TikTok age.
Yeah, exactly. Why
it was like 30,000 scrolls ago. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you my low. You tell me your low, and then I'll give you my bow.
Okay.
I fell down the stairs. All of them.
Yeah.
So I was coming down the stairs. I was wearing really slippery socks, and I was staring at the snow outside. And I was saying, "Mom, look at the snow." And I was holding my phone and my water bottle. And I just completely slid backwards, and then I almost like bounced off the stair, and then I hit the floor. Like I fell backwards, and then and I actually still have a bruise.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of scabbing over. It was a rug burn, actually.
Well, I remember I heard about it. I texted you. I said, so you fell?
Yeah, I did. And then my left side of my back was all cattywampus. So that was definitely my low. I like almost started crying, but then I started laughing.
It was probably funny. Like if as an onlooker.
Oh my God, it would have been hilarious.
Yeah, we love
that. Would have gone viral on TikTok.
Yeah. She's only thinking in terms of TikTok. She's like, I need a hit.
Like fake scroll. Oh my God, the other day Connor handed me his phone and he was like, do you want a hit?
That's so funny. Well, I would say that my low, which was still very fun, was that we thought that we were going into our volleyball games very overly confident because we did so well last week, which I talked about on last week's show.
And by so well, you mean you won 2 games?
1 game. Sorry.
1 game.
1 game.
Got it.
We won 1 game because we played 3 games. We lost all 3 games straight in a row quickly, actually, like very, very fast. But it was still very fun. And yeah, so that was my low, but it's also a bow because I look forward to it. My actual bow for this week, which we had a very fun field trip. Was this on Tuesday or Monday?
Honestly, all the days blend together. I think it was Wednesday.
Oh.
Was it Wednesday?
It was earlier this week.
It was Wednesday.
We actually went to a textile company that is local in Cleveland, Ohio. And, as we have been mentioning, we are working on our new collection, which is hopefully going to come out this February. And we were receiving some samples and we want to do these sweatshirts. And Dad actually has this contact who has this amazing textile company that makes, different forms of apparel, sweatshirts, shirts, pretty much they can do anything. And they have these huge, amazing, like state-of-the-art machines and equipment to do so. So we went there in person. We actually all went together.
Yeah.
Because you were like, what? You came.
Why am I here?
And then obviously Claire works with Dad, so they came as well because he knew the guy. And we got a tour of the place, and we were able to actually feel and try on some of the potential sweatshirts that we would be using for our collection. And they could do, you know, pretty much what we want them to do. I almost bit my tongue. I'm talking so fast. And they're all made in the United States. The cotton's
in Cleveland,
obviously made in Cleveland, but the cotton's made in Texas. The dye is made in Philadelphia. So it's, you know, which is really huge and something that, you know, is very important. So what were your thoughts on?
I honestly had no idea where we were going. I had pretty much just woken up. It was like 11 and I came downstairs. Mom was like, we're going to an apparel company. And I was like, all right. I was like, all right, I can't say right now.
Like, do you have TikTok?
I'm like, can I have your phone? I'm like, well, hello.
Your hands are just moving, scrolling. It's like,
I'm like covered in paint. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
So yeah, we went, and it was in a very unassuming building. You walked in, it was so clean. It was so cool. The guy we met was really cool.
Yeah.
And I was really excited for you. He seemed very well trained in this industry. He seemed like he knew what he was talking about.
Yes.
And like all the sweatshirts you tried on and we all felt were such good quality.
Such good quality.
You know when you can like feel like that heaviness of a sweatshirt?
Yes.
And you're like, oh, this will survive anything. Yeah.
And our Gen Z consultant, which is you know, it was good to have you there because I tried on both like a small and a large just to see fit wise. And I felt like they were flattering on.
So flattering, and I always like an oversized look, and so I really liked the large, and I was like, how is this gonna look small? Looked amazing. It looked like two different sweatshirts.
Yeah, it was really exciting. And then we also potentially are going to be doing canvas totes, and we had a sample, but then we like felt his, and the quality was just unmatched.
It was unmatched, and I felt like I was in like some New York City loft, you know, like it was a big city feel.
That was another good point that I hadn't, you know,
like the juxtaposition of the exposed brick with the white floors,
and like it was 2 floors, which was really cool.
But it was like
open
like
concept,
and the swirling stairs.
You know what? Who doesn't love a good swirling stairs? And I like that you can go and touch the products and feel it, and really like be along for the steps. So yeah, that was a very exciting kind of pivot in this collection, and I'm looking forward to, you know, what's to come. And I feel like everyone will be super happy with the collection and with the sweatshirt. And it was just a cool process. Well, we hope so.
Yeah, I know I will be, because I love the sweatshirt.
So what are the kids wearing on?
Well, my bow is my bow is that I am literate again. I learned to read again. And we went to, so we kind of like are on this like nostalgia tour. We went to Michael's, we got paint. Then we went to Barnes & Noble yesterday.
Wow.
I felt like I was stepping back in time, but in a good way. I got a lot of different books. I am halfway through one of them. I got 2 Agatha Christie.
You got like 6 books.
Well, I got 3 and Mom got 3. Oh. Then we accidentally bought another one. I was like, where did this come from?
Right.
So I got 2 Agatha Christie and then like another random one. So updates to come on that. And I'm going to bring it back to school with me so that I can read at night.
Yes.
Yeah. Instead of scrolling.
Well, we were telling Laura this because she was here and we were getting used before she left to say bye. And we were like, oh, she bought all these books to bring back to school. And then she was like, yeah, the first night it's going to be like 4 a.m. You're like, out. You're like, what books? Do you have TikTok?
You know what? That's such a good point, because so tomorrow night I already have plans. I'm going out to dinner with some girlfriends, and you know we're going to go out and see people.
Of course, we
hit
the town.
They're going to have TikTok. So maybe they'll let me use their phone for a little bit.
I don't think you should. I think it's a good cleanse. I think you took steps to, you know, protect your mental health and peace. But I also do feel like it'll eventually come back on the App Store. Is there like an old iPad you could find?
You know what? I think I have it on my iPad.
Okay, so not all.
But like I
lost.
don't even need it. You know, like I don't even want it in my life.
Right. Spoken like a true addict.
Yeah.
So hilarious. Okay, so what
are some trends?
Yeah. I was just going to talk about what are the kids wearing on the campuses? You know, because part is when I'm I love talking to you because I feel like you have a boots on the ground perspective from people. I love what people come up with on the campuses, because a lot of
campuses they rig stuff up. They I don't know what we're wearing, but we seem very chic when we're on campus.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then I wear these clothes at home, and you guys are like, "Where did you get this? Like, what are you wearing?" So some things that I have noticed before and after TikTok. This is more than TikTok. This is I've seen it everywhere.
All she can talk about is TikTok.
You know what I mean? I get my trends from TikTok, but I've also seen this on other forms.
You've seen it in person.
I've seen it offline and online.
Yeah.
Fur and faux coats.
Yes.
Short, long, wrap. Everyone's wearing them on campus. So that's where we take the wackadoodle turn. Girls are wearing their mom's fur coats.
Out, you said?
Out. And I'm like, what? We're not
This is what I would
in
always...
the Arctic.
This is what I always want to, if I had the time and the resources, a case study done on the newsletter or the silent message that is just one day sent out. And this happened when I was in school, and I'm sure everyone listening, if you're in college, you feel the same way, where it's one day everyone's doing it.
The short Uggs, those platform Birkenstocks. There's things that I remember. I'm like, why does everyone have this? Those Marc Jacobs bags that were this big.
Yeah.
The fur coats are on the campuses now, and they're wearing them out to the bars, which is such an interesting look.
Yeah.
But mind you, I will be wearing them as well.
Oh, obviously.
So
yeah.
I'm joking because I'm with you guys. But in 12 hours, 16 hours, I'm going to be wearing it.
Yeah.
So the fur coats, belts. This has been transcending through all fashion. This is not just on college campuses, but last night before I went to bed, I was looking at some photos of my friends, and they were wearing black shirts, belts, shirts tucked in, jeans.
I don't mean to bring this back to me, but I have been a huge belt advocate for some time now.
And I have been making fun of you.
She did. I didn't want to
in front of and behind your face. Yeah. And I think what I was making fun of you is because you were wearing them every single day.
Oh.
For a week straight.
Yeah, well, they're...
No, and you look great.
Practical, they're comfortable, and, so guess who's laughing now is she added 3 belts to the cart.
I have a belt on right now.
No, I mean, I think that belts across on and off the campus in every aspect are very much a trend. Really, Laura, I will say, started with the belts.
She
early
always
on.
wears belts.
She has cool belts. So people have been doing vintage belts. I asked for a couple belts for Christmas, Amazon, across the board.
Across the board. The last thing that I've been noticing, and I noticed this last semester as well, but I didn't have enough time to order it and then wear it at school, is tall heeled boots to go out in. I usually wear sneakers, or if I'm dressing up, I wear cowboy boots because it's warm. And I know that sounds kooky, but you're on a college campus, and even if you have a nice dress on, that Alice and Olivia dress, I wore it with cowboy boots.
You did.
So random. Not anything I recommend. But tall heeled boots.
I feel that's all I wear when I go out.
You do.
And friends and girls my age, in the professional world.
Yes. And maybe
I always wear a heel.
Maybe it's because we're maturing. It's second semester senior year. They're looking at what the real people are
we need height. It's we're older, we need height.
Right. So yeah, those are some things I've noticed.
You know what I'm really going to kind of start it's been a trend, we know this, but I'm gonna open it up to what I want to say. I want to
Como se dice?
I want to add it into my rotation is skinny jeans, going out with a tall heeled boot and either a blazer, a jacket, a crop jacket, some sort of cool top. Watch out, guys, on Instagram. When you see it, you're gonna be we saw it coming because we listened to the podcast, but skinny jeans, we ordered a pair. I have it in my closet. Yeah. I just need to style it. We haven't really been going out because we're kind of in our health era in January.
No, I just haven't gotten invited out.
I'm saying, I wasn't talking about you. I was saying
I'm not
me and my boyfriend.
Trying to stay in.
I'm not I'm saying my boyfriend and I are on a health journey, and his friends are doing dry January. So we haven't really been going out.
Right.
But the moment that's over, just watch out, because I have skinny jeans, I have belts, and I have heeled boots.
Right. Yeah. So, you could also wear those to dinner on a Friday night. You don't have to only wear it to the bar.
So last weekend when we went over to some friend's house, they just moved into a new house, I was actually going to wear the skinny jeans with the heeled boots, but then I decided it was a more casual affair, so I didn't. But
you totally could have.
I could have, but I didn't. I went more
you went
like,
for an après ski.
I went for an après ski look. Exactly.
Yeah, just to clarify, it was a Friday night and we went to multiple bars and she was in après ski.
I was comfortable, but it was the vibe that I wanted to go for. So what is on the docket for this coming semester? How many classes are you taking?
That's something only me and my advisor know.
Gotcha.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm taking 14 credit hours. And some of the classes, I'm so sorry, my earrings like digging into me.
I always take out my earrings.
Thanks for telling me.
As you can see, I was also wearing huge statement earrings today. That caused imprints.
These are like, they're so little, I didn't even think
those are really cute.
Them. They're Uno de 50.
You're such an Uno de 50 girl. Oh my gosh, why don't you talk about the ring that you got for Christmas?
Oh my God, I will. So I got this ring for Christmas. And I actually was inspired by my friend Ava, and she had a ring from her mom, and it was really pretty. And she's also the one who wears fur coats, belts.
Shout out to Ava.
Ava's really with the trends, or maybe she's the trendsetter.
Yeah, maybe we should get her on the podcast.
Yeah, and so I was staring at her ring. I tried it on. I sent a picture to Mom, and for Christmas, Mom got me a similar ring from an antique store.
It's so chic. It's so cool.
It has character. It has a past. Just like all of us. No, but I love this ring. I love this ring so much.
I love it so much. And every time it catches my eye, it's so you, and your little fingers always crack me up. Elizabeth does this thing, which I'm not going to be able to like describe it well enough, but you've done it ever since you were little, and I think it's the funniest thing. But whenever she's talking or she's thinking, she will put her finger up to her head, and she goes like this. And the way that your finger is able to go out, I think is yep, there it is. Yeah. You did it for everybody. Yeah. I think it's the cutest, funniest thing. And you would do it when you were little, like either when you were like excited or mostly when you were mad, and you would do it like this, and you still do it, and it cracks me up. So yes,
it's usually on this side. I'm like, wait, what was
that? Like, and I've never in my life met anybody else who does it. She always puts her finger up to like, one moment, let me think.
I'm like, okay, hold on.
Yeah, do you see how that finger goes? But do you see how it goes out like that? It's just so funny.
Yeah, I don't feel like I do it on the right side, but
it's only the left.
Speaking of nails, we went to get our nails done. My mom and I went to get our nails done.
Your mom?
Yeah. Yesterday she was my mom.
I went later that day because I was not included in.
No, you literally could have been.
I went and checked, and like there was only 2 people working, so like I couldn't get the 11 o'clock slot. So I went at 6, and it was totally fine. I was by myself.
It's a crazy time to go.
It was after work. Okay, I finished.
Oh, that's right.
It's not a crazy time to go.
Sorry.
So anyway, we got our nails done. I'm on a gel break, and I haven't had gel since the beginning of December. Kind of not really on purpose, but then I don't know. Every time I kept getting my nails done, they just I wasn't getting gel. And now I'm sticking to it because I want to heal my nail beds.
Well, right.
Because they're going to fall off.
We can't find them. There's a warrant out for them.
But I was going crazy. I was like, I have to get my nails done. So Woodhouse Spa. I don't know if you guys know what Woodhouse Spa is, but I think it's everywhere. We have one near where we live, and they do Dazzle Dry. And Dazzle Dry is a healthier alternative to gel. It goes on like regular nail polish. You can remove it like regular nail polish.
And it dries really quickly.
But it dries really quickly, and it's long wearing. So take that information into this new year, because talk about another addiction, gel manicures.
Yeah. I really tried to stay away from gel because it's so bad for your nails. I'm like, this is bad for my nails. Like, other stuff is going on. I'm like, what's happening?
Sure. That's where you draw the line, is with your nails.
Absolutely.
Not with the 5 hours spent on.
No. You have to draw the line somewhere.
Well, they do a really great job. And I'm a new person today with my nails done. I feel like I get things done. I can point to things now.
Did you notice I did an oval shape?
You did?
Do you notice?
Let me look. I can't even.
She doesn't notice.
Fingers. They look like your nails to me.
Well, usually I do like a rounded square.
I love it.
This is an oval, so this will be perfect for back to school, moving things in.
Absolutely.
Saying hello to people.
Absolutely. And I feel like they really are a great backdrop with your ring.
Yes, I need to tan because.
What else did you get for Christmas? I know that was eons ago.
I got this sweater for Christmas. What else did I get?
You got that really cool Prada purse.
I got a really cool Prada purse. It has like a double chain. It's what material is that? Leather? Patent leather. It's like shiny. It's like shiny. What I'm trying to say.
It's glossy.
I got a Park sweatshirt. I got some sets.
Yeah,
some shoes, and I wore a lot of the things that I got in Palm Beach.
Yes, you did, which also seems like...
Yeah, that seems like eons ago. That was a thrill.
That was a thrill. Palm Beach was such a vibe. We actually feel like... Oh, yeah, your birthday.
Oh, yeah, my birthday.
The producer's prompting us. Your birthday was... That was crazy. That was the first day you got back.
That was crazy. December 13th.
Iconic.
We had a tea. I got a little Jellycat clip for my purse.
How have you enjoyed living in the new house?
What an interesting question.
I mean,
we could have segued into Palm Beach. We could have segued into, 22. No. How do you like the new house?
I got you off. That was such like a question like a family member who barely knows you would ask. Like an uncle.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I feel like I'm living in a hotel. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like my bed is so luxurious. Like I got a new pillow and I think it's really adjusted my neck. I was having some neck issues. It's just wonderful. It's so dark, so quiet at night.
Yeah. I mean, your bedroom, it feels like it's been there forever. Like it's so you. It has so much personality. It's so curated.
Well, that's probably all the antiques.
Yeah, you do have a lot of really cool pieces and trinkets and some of your, artwork and whatnot.
My doodads.
Your doodads, exactly. And you just have more space, which is also huge because your old bedroom was significantly smaller.
It was the size of this podcast.
Right.
Square.
And
that would just curl up.
You're literally like a little house cat. That's like my image of Elizabeth, like in all aspects, is like she is just our house cat.
The other day I took a nap. Did I tell you this? On the foyer on that couch. 2 hours gone.
What couch?
In the foyer upstairs. On the balcony.
You took a nap on there? When your bed was 2 feet away? Wait, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I bet it was relaxing.
It was. And I could hear everyone, but they couldn't hear me or see me.
That's so exciting.
Yeah. So exciting.
Was that before or after you fell down the stairs? Was it right after you woke up?
No, that was a few days after.
What's your favorite room in the house?
I really like the study.
Yeah, the study is. I knew you were going to say the study.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue and green. And
yeah.
There's little birds.
You do love a little animal that you can
but I also like the dining room. Mom and I will have our coffee in the morning.
Yes. And I feel like you're always using the gym.
Yeah. Thanks for noticing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in there a bit.
I dabble.
Yeah, sometimes, it's not a big thing.
It's so funny because
I'm in the sauna a lot.
You're in the sauna a lot. We'll be
oh my God. Somebody open the door.
You can walk out at any time.
No, I know.
I used it for the first
I'm not used to that heat, and I'm really trying to microdose how much heat I can take.
I used it for the first time this week, Wednesday, and it does get really hot. I did it for 10 minutes.
Did you set it to your heat and walk away and then come back when it was 100 degrees, or did you sit in there while it heated up?
I have no idea. I turned it on, I went and worked out, and I came back.
Okay, yeah, that's what I do.
So it heated up. Yeah, heated up.
We took heat.
So that was also that was fun. Wait, I was gonna say. Oh, the other day when we were working in the studio, you were working out, and everything was quiet, and then you put the TV on. I don't know if you were listening to what were you listening to? It was like a concert.
To the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction because I was looking for us in it. So it was actually it was kind of stressful. I was like, not stressful, but
it was a search.
It was a search, and I had done half the day before in the study, or a few days before, and then I was doing the other half, the next 40 minutes, and I found Emily, but
we don't
the
know
naked eye wouldn't find
I don't know
Emily.
if that was me. I think it was me. Yeah.
It was you. I'll pull up the picture for everyone.
Puts it on Bose and Company.
Yeah. And it's she is this big in the corner. I'm like, I found her.
You texted me that picture. I didn't know where it was from because the person who was in it, I was like, do we know them? And then you were like, this is you. I'm like, where?
Is it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was listening to that.
So sorry. I had to take a quick restroom break. Comes back completely out of breath. You know what I do, which is so strange, but in this new house, especially in the basement, I will just start running around here because I feel like it's especially in the basement, you have to run. Because there's so much land in between where you need to go. I run everywhere the moment I come down here. Not so much on the first floor because that would just be so weird.
Yeah,
but I run
I run down here.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So, today, Laura was like, "Why are you out of breath?" I'm like, "I ran."
When I ran down here last week to get Laura. I ran.
Yeah, you've run. It's a running place.
She's do you need water?
Yeah. So anyway, going back to your classes.
Yeah, so I'm taking 14 credit hours. One is to a lot of them are to finish up my minors, and then I have 2 extra fun classes. And they're only fun because they're in with my friends. It's a social justice class, so it's not rah-rah, super fun.
You like the people. You like the company.
But I like the company. And then I'm taking an individual exercise class, which will be fun. And none of my friends are in it, so I'm going to meet some more people.
Oh, that's fun. What does an individual exercise class look like?
I have no idea.
Do you just kind of run in place, or
I think it's individually you exercise.
Oh, okay. And then how does one?
I really hope we don't have to work out as a class together, because in his syllabus he was like, you can work out after class, or you can work out with the class, and I was like,
Interesting. I wonder if you have to like log time. I mean, that would be great if it was like you're going to like a Pilates class for free. Wouldn't that be great?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, that is something that a fear that I need to get over is going to a Pilates class.
And why
I am so afraid of a
fearful?
reformer. Ever since you sent me that video of that girl falling through the reformer.
I shouldn't have. See, that's one of the pitfalls of TikTok. That's why I deleted it. That video is some of the funniest things I've ever seen. This woman is clearly new to a Pilates class, and she falls through the reformer. I'm going to tell you something. I have done many a Pilates class at that Core 45 scary hardcore class, and then also at a slow pace class. Nobody falls through the reformer.
Oh, okay, all right. Which one did you prefer, the hardcore or the...
Oh my God, no, that's how I got my back problems.
You like the slower one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was texting my friend Sophie because they go to Pilates on Wednesdays at 7 a.m. and
7 a.m.
Again, work.
Right.
They get up and go to work after.
Like, what time is their class? Like,
they're adults, but
yeah.
I literally sent her the video and I was like, this is going to be me. And she was like, no, don't worry. She was talking about somebody else and she was like, she went for the first time and she was totally fine.
you don't fall through. I mean, that woman was not in good form.
I think we're trying a new place and we're doing like a body sculpt class and there's no reformer included. But I would love, one of my goals this year amongst many, which I'll keep
Seems like there's a lot
to myself, but from a health and wellness standpoint, is I would love to become a Pilates girly. But I just feel like that initial class, I need to get over my fear. So if you guys take Pilates classes, please let me know. There is a place pretty nearby that you can do like a private beginners class and they kind of take you through everything.
I know which one you're talking about.
So I kind of want to do that and then I'll feel like I have a good...
The first time I did a Pilates class, it was with
John.
Oh my God, you're right. That was the scary one. And that's what we talked about in the podcast like 2 years ago. That was really scary. But when I did like the calm one at Callie's Pilates downtown, it ended up being a private lesson with me and this other girl because no one else showed up.
Right.
Which I don't know if that's, like great for business, but
well, and that's the other
got
thing.
me into it.
All these places have like waiting lists. So, Anyway, that was just a small little anecdote that I wanted to share. Are you single? Are you talking to anyone? I knew that would get you.
And remind me of your name again.
and who are you? So what brought you here? What brought you to the show? How did you get in?
Are you familiar with our company?
Yeah.
And our bows? Are you familiar with all of them?
And our bows.
No, I'm single.
I knew that like the listeners were wondering.
I went on 3 dates in Palm Beach.
What?
With Nico.
Oh my gosh.
So there's this really cute
story.
kid who was the driver at the Breakers, and we were getting picked up from Royal Ponciano. We were shopping, and it was the three of us, Mom, Emily, and I, in the first car. So I got in the front seat, whatever, and Nico starts running his mouth. He starts chit-chatting away.
He was in love with Elizabeth.
So then I get out of the car, I'm like, oh my God, wait. I think this kid actually liked me.
It was we were like, we all, when you're like all joining in on a conversation, and then like Mom and I were in the back, and I was like, oh my God, they literally, like, he was just talking to you and like flirting. He was flirting.
He was
like,
fully flirting.
It was fully flirting. So then Mom and I just like look at each other and like stop talking and like start a different conversation, and like the whole drive, like he was just like obsessed.
And he took like long ways to get
Oh my God,
places.
it took forever to get back to the Breakers.
Yeah. So then he picked us up 2 more times, and that was really exciting because we would just like talk the whole time, and like it would be a race for if I could get to the front seat before anyone else.
Well, no one else was gunning for that seat.
Dad wanted the seat.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
shoved in the back seat.
Yeah, in the middle seat. What is going on?
And I was like, I get car sick. I have to be up here
for a 2-minute drive.
Yeah.
And it was funny because Nika was like running to get to the car. I don't know if we should be, no one's ever gonna find.
It's just Nico. It's just.
But yeah, that was a fun little mini story.
Escapade. Yeah.
So other than that, no. Just wanted to everyone. I mean, I knew as the listener they were wanting me to ask those hard-hitting questions.
Absolutely. And that's what makes a great journalist and a great podcast host, is asking those hard questions. No.
As the head beau, I figure I should ask.
As Miss Beau.
As Miss Beau.
I am just waiting till post-grad to kind of get into the dating world. Like there is no purpose in dating in college, especially now.
Yeah, I feel like you're really gonna have like a lot to bring to the podcast, like dating post grad.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of bows and lows for sure. Mostly lows.
No, I think it's gonna be fun. I mean, you kind of had like a preview of it like this summer, just like with going out and meeting different people, but it is a totally different ball game, like dating in
real life.
Real life.
Or were you gonna say college? What were you gonna say?
Either one, like literally
They're
either
both
one.
they're both different ball games.
Yeah.
It's like not even a game. It's
Different
like,
players, different rules.
and mostly different heights.
Yeah. So just wanted to touch upon that. I'm happy that I, forced you to answer that question. And, I hope Nico's doing well, mostly.
Absolutely. Mostly Nico is doing well.
I hope he's doing well.
And when we go back in March, we're staying at the Colony, but, maybe we'll take a day trip over the
Maybe
breakers.
we'll have to go to lunch. Yeah, and say hi. How are you?
Hey.
Good to see you.
He lived over in West Palm. He was giving me his address.
He was like definitely like sharing too much from the job.
Like, are you breaking like a rule?
We definitely are right now with this conversation. We'll definitely keep us updated. Like if there's anything like while I'm at the home front that happens, like just let me know and I will relay this message to our wider audience. So you actually have to go take a test for your finance class.
Yeah, you guys didn't see that one coming.
No, it's just been like so many different parts to this show. So we wish you well on your test.
Thank you.
And we mostly wish you well as you embark on your last semester of college. And we're just so excited to see, kind of your life get started.
It's kind of been on hold for the past 4 years.
But 10 straight years of Miami. It's coming to an end. You're closing it out. Yeah.
Not me at Miami, but but as a family, 10
to clarify,
straight years. Yes. I haven't been in college for a decade, but
could you imagine if you
were
like, so this is my daughter. She's her undergrad for 10 years. No,
just the 1 degree. Just that.
Just the 1 degree. No, I'm kidding. 10 straight years between the 3 girls. So it is, a bittersweet ending. But like I said, we will be waiting with bated breath to see what you do with the rest of your wonderful years to come. So thank you all so much for listening to Bows and Company for another week. We hope everyone at home is doing so well, enjoying the last couple weeks of January. I feel like it's been 75 days long and I am ready for a new month, but just happy to get you on the show and you're all white and, you just look so
and my
beautiful.
brown belt, of course.
And your belts.
Hop
Yeah.
on that trend.
I hope this semester bring lots of workout classes, many belts and furs and memories. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to follow us both on Instagram, me on TikTok, not Elizabeth, and all other platforms.
Because I won't see it.
Unless I'm on a browser or I sneak it.
And then I'll be sending you love.
I appreciate all the supporting our show. We hope you have a great semester. Thank you all so much for listening. This is such a Midwestern goodbye. And we will see you next week. Say it with me, because everything is better with a bow. Bye-bye now.